I made the number 8 with gum paste and sprinkled it with some edible glitter. Welcome back! So this week we are going to do a tie-dye cake together. I got this cake order from one of Jaslyn's friends, and she told me the colors that she liked, which were coral, teal, green, and purple. And so after much thought, because you can airbrush tie-dye, which I don't have my airbrush machine anymore, you can paint tie-dye on with different colored buttercream, or in this case I am just using food coloring and applying it directly to the cake. This cake has been chilled overnight, so the buttercream is very hard and not really moving at all when I apply the food coloring. I'm using a food coloring watered down with just a little bit of vodka. The higher the alcohol percentage, it will evaporate, so you aren't really concerned with the alcohol and anybody consuming it. So I'm just taking a brush and just applying it, and the good thing about tie-dye is it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm starting with purple here. There's really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. It's just I've looked at some pictures of tie-dye and I'm going to use whatever design elements I want to do just to make it look good. I started applying my next color, which is teal. I changed out a brush and I'm just adding it in, and it's okay if the colors overlap a little bit, because if you've ever made a tie-dye shirt, that happens, and that's what makes each shirt so unique. You're going to see me continue adding more colors with different brushes. This brush is a little bit of a flatter brush, so it's going to change up what the lines that I'm painting look like. And you're just going to see me continue to add and blend on this chilled cake.
Here's some entertainment.
If you decide to do a tie-dye cake, all you need to do, if you feel like the buttercream's getting a little soft or a little bit messy, is just put it in the refrigerator, let it chill some more, and then just come back to it. It won't cause your dye to drip or anything like that, so it will just be just fine in the refrigerator. Or if you get too much condensation on your cake while you're working, here you can see that there's a little bit of condensation while I'm painting, but I actually liked how it looked, so I just kept on moving. So once I got this cake finished, I decided I wanted to do some swirls on the top of the cake with buttercream. So I made all of the colors in my buttercream, and I created lines on saran wrap. And then what I did was I took my saran wrap and I wrapped it up in a tube, and then I placed the tube inside of my piping bag with the tip already in it. But before I did that, I cut off the end so that the buttercream could come out. So then you have this nice little combination of colors in your piping bag. And then what I'm doing here is I'm piping the swirls onto the top of the cake, and it goes along with the whole tie-dye theme, and it makes them all nice and striped and pretty and colorful, and they'll all look a little bit different as the icing comes out. I finished it off with a big shell border, and here it is. I made the number 8 with gum paste and sprinkled it with some edible glitter, and we have our finished product. If you have an event where you need a custom cake, email me at melissa@sweetharmonyky.com.